YouTube, what's going on? Exhibit here, bringing you a brand new video. In today's video, I got you a controversial tier list of tracks made that I've recently downloaded. Let's just say there is a lot of hot takes in this video. I'm going to put a link in the description below of the tier list so you guys can check it out. Make one of yourself, put it in our Discord so we can react to it. I will also put all of the tracks in the description below if you guys wanted to check them out as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, guys, much love. So like I did a bunch of tracks that we've recently done, the last like 31 of them, kind of roughly the last 31 of them, like misses as well as like just tracks we wrote, tracks we've loved, tracks we've like not really loved, some tracks we raced, some tracks we haven't raced because we didn't enjoy it that much, stuff like that. So with that being said, the first one we got on is Area 51 MX. Now, I thought it was really good. I'm just putting it in B for right now, but I thought it's pretty good. I really enjoyed the racing on it from the last week of the NA OC. I didn't race in it, but I really thought it brought some great racing. Zug almost qualified. Now, with that being said, there was a bunch of, it's mostly kind of like one lined in certain areas. If you're not going that line, it's kind of hard. The track breaks down not as much as I thought it would per se. Maybe it's different when you're racing with 30 guys. But I would say it's roughly about a B track right now. That's what I would say. As of right now. It could change depending on which ones we like more. Because we got a bunch. We got, I think, I said 31, I think. So, but yeah. Okay, so the next one we have is Atlantis. So I thought the track was all right. I thought the freestyle was all right as well. I thought the freestyle could be bigger. The jumps were kind of small, if I remember correctly. Off in like the side where there's like a big, huge like hole. Kind of like a divot in between the track and the freestyle section. I think the freestyle section could have been a little bit better of just like bigger jumps per se. But also I think the track was cool to a degree, but I think in certain sections it could have been better. So yeah, I put it as a C right now, just because I think the freestyle and the track could have been a tiny bit better, and it could have been up by like Area 51. We're putting it as C right now, but it might go down to D. I don't know yet, depending on what other ones we got. Also in the video, you guys will see like the track previews. Every single time like a track comes up, we'll do like a little like 5-second clip of like a aerial view of the track. So Backhill MX, I think that goes along with B with Area 51. I really enjoyed this one. We raced it I think a week ago, and it was really, really fun. It was really, really fun. I think the track flowed. They have a great like kind of like a whoop section up on top of the hill. I thought the track flowed really well, and I won one of the races that we did. And I thought like just the track in general was very good. I thought it was very racy. Certain sections I really love. There's like a wall jump in there that's very technical. Right before a wall jump, there's like another type of wall jump that you can like gap, and I thought that was really, really fun as well. So I really like this track. This is definitely gonna be in our rotation. So yeah, so I put it there with B because Area 51 I also enjoy, but it gets ran a lot, so that's why I have it in like B. And then Zug, yeah, very good idea. Shout out to Elwood for this. He gave me the idea yesterday.
My bad, I mega AFK.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Got back in time just for you to praise me.
Yep, basically. Bailey MX Pro. Okay, so the first Bailey, I wasn't that big of a fan of. I thought it was very, very simple, and now I understand why it was very simple, because he was coming out with the pro version, and I think the pro version is crazy good. I think certain sections could be a little bit different. There's like a kind of like a downhill section that has like 3 different ruts that are like kind of too big. I think if he could have just removed that and just made it a straightaway, it could have been a little bit better. It's like right after the triple, after a right-hand corner. I'll probably put a video of it so you guys know what I'm talking about. I think that section could have been a little bit tweaked. But overall, I think this track is really good. I think racing on it is really fun. I'm not the best at it, but I really do like the textures of the track. Like you can see when you race it, there's like fucking tractor marks like everywhere on the track. And I think that's very cool. I think just the track layout is awesome as well. So although I don't like the regular version, I think the pro version is a lot better. And I put it up there with like back hill and stuff like that. Okay, so I don't know. Okay. Hear me out, chat. I'm going to put... Yeah. I'm going to put Atlantis, chat, back down to D. Because what I'm going to do is put... I don't know how you pronounce this one. Bogue Banana? Maybe?
Damn, this is a tight list. You gotta really impress you here, don't you?
Yeah. So I don't know how you pronounce this one, but although I'm putting it in C, I think this track is wonderful. I think this track is awesome. I think the break, so we wrote it and we wrote it a lot, and the track deformation was awesome. Although I'm putting it in C, I think it could be up there with B, but I don't think a lot of people enjoy it that much because it is very, very simple. And I think that's why I'm putting it in C, but I enjoy racing it. I know the homies enjoyed racing it. But if it could be a little bit more technical, it could be right up there with Bailey and Backhill, I think. Okay. The next one, Carlos Barbosa. Same exact concept. I think Carlos Barbosa, I snipped it too early here. But I think Carlos Barbosa is an awesome track. We did a video on it. Zug's on the thumbnail. He did a great on that race. But I think the track is wonderful. I think certain sections are awesome. I think like the downhill and uphill sections were insane. One thing I didn't like and I was not good at it was the back section rollers. Although I thought the idea was kind of cool, I think it could have been tweaked a little bit better to make it a little bit, I'm going to say, easier in the essence of I would always swap out. But with that being said, I still really enjoyed the track and I enjoyed racing on it with the homies. I think one of the sickest jumps in the game is actually on this track. And it's that, is it a double or triple? I think it's a triple. Yeah, I think it's a triple up the hill. That jump is legit awesome. One of the best jumps in the game for sure. So, but I'm going to put it with, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Bogbana? Bogbanan. Yeah. So put it at the C right now, and then we might change it.
It's a pretty good one. I did like that one.
Yep. Okay, so we have two fossil pools here, chat. Now, shout out to Damon and shout out to Navo. Okay, I'm going to put both of them in C because, now hear me out, Navo. Hear me out, Damon. I'm putting them both in C because I know you guys have fire potential to make an even better track. So, for example, Navo has just come out with another track that's wonderful and fantastic, and we wrote it for a good damn, I would say, hour and a half last night, and I did not get bored of it one time. And we wrote it the other night, this past weekend, for an hour, and I didn't get bored of it one time either. That's when you know I like the track. And so, Navo's new track, I think it's better than his old track, but both of these being the same exact track, as well as being their first creation of the track, I think did a fantastic job. And putting them right with Carlos Barbosa in the other one. So I think those are top tier. They could have been tweaked a little bit here and there, but I still enjoy them. Excuse me.
It's cool too how they get to share their home track layout with the world in two different ways. So I can tell you right now, Fostervol is ingrained in my head, that layout.
Yep.
That hill jump.
I could tell you the whole layout without even having to look at the picture. That's how I know this track, because we wrote it so much. Right. So, and it's cool, like you said, two different point of views, two different picturing in their head, and they both captured it and brought it to life. I think that's really cool. And I think the racing on it was awesome. We have a video on it. We have a video on Navos. So go check that out. It's on YouTube. But yeah, so I'll put these in C with Carlos, and I think these are wonderful tracks. Just like I said, could have been tweaked here and there, but being a first track, absolutely fantastic job. Cycle Ranch MX, I'm putting it in D. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this track right here, I was 5th gear wide open every single corner. I don't think I shift down once. Not technical at all. Just wide open. I'm putting it with Atlantis. I think it could have been better in certain spots. Could have been a little bit more technical, less high speed. So I think it had potential. I just fell short of that potential. So that's why I'm putting it in D. I don't think I'll ever actually ride it again. Same with Atlantis, and that's why it's in D. So Fiddler Creek. So hear me out. We've only rode it once. We rode it last night for about 45 minutes. I thought it was an awesome track. Technical situations in, like, after the first corner, there's like a kind of like a step up table. That thing is technical. So if you hit it, it's like way faster if you hit it correctly than going around it. So I thought that track was awesome. However, I just haven't rode it enough to, like, say I love it per se, you know? Like, say it's like, oh my God, we're going to go back to it every single time. Shout out to Kelton. He has like a really good time on this. But chat, we beat him. So be on the lookout for that YouTube video. But yeah, so I think he did a really fantastic job. There's a kind of a sick triple. It's like a sideways triple. And it's kind of lit. I mean, the jump is like really technical. So I really enjoyed that part. But yeah, so I think if we have more time on the track going forward, it might go up to B, and it might be with like Backhill and Bailey. So Horns Rapid. This is the new track that I'm telling you about that Navo created. I'm putting it in A. I'm stamping it in A.
Oh.
You know
Yeah,
why?
I just love it. I love the sand. I love everything about
I
it.
love the sand. There's so much action on the track that everybody's kind of grouped together that it's just made for great racing, chat. Great racing all around. We did it last night, and like, it is one of my favorite tracks right now. Like I said earlier, I rode this thing for an hour and a half and I didn't get tired of it. And I could have still rode it and still not get tired of it. So he did a wonderful, wonderful job on it. His second track did amazing. He said he has more tracks coming out. So I'm excited to see what he can do after this one, because this one's already amazing. So, like, it's awesome. Okay, next one. Ride 365. Man, I like the idea of coming in from MX Sim because it's an MX Sim track. I just don't know if I enjoy it that much. Man, I might get heat for this, but I'm putting it in D.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Now, hear me out. Hear me out. It's not that it's not a great track. It's not that it's not a great way that he did it or anything like that. I just don't know if I enjoy it enough to keep riding it, if that makes sense. And that's why I have it in D.
Yeah, I get that.
I think the graphics on it, not the graphics, but like the surrounding images are amazing. The way it looks is amazing. But just my personal opinion, I don't see myself going back to this track and riding it more than what we've already done. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
I
so
feel that.
that's why I have it in D, kind of like with Cycle. I'm never probably going to go back to it. Not that it's not a great track. Not that he didn't do a fantastic job on creating it or transferring over from Sim. But, yeah. Kelton, S tier? Nah. D tier for me, dog. Same thing. Same exact situation with this one. I really enjoy the freestyle aspect of this Wildside compound, and I really enjoy the Glen Helen portion of it. However, I think the track's just too long. Like, what was the lap times? 3 minutes? I just don't know if I ever will get a clean lap. I'm pretty sure I'll crash every single lap. Now, I really enjoy the layout. I really enjoy the jumps. I think they're technical, but I don't see myself coming back to it. Now, maybe later on, I might find my groove again. It might get better and I might come back to it. But as of right now, I just don't see myself coming back to it as much as other people would play it per se. That's why I have it in D. Not that it's not a great track, but I can see myself coming back to Carlos, Fiddler, Bailey, Back, Navo's track, Fossil Bull, stuff like that. Lake Elsinore. Me and Kelton did this track one night, and yeah, I don't really got much to say. I think it's a cool idea bringing in California tracks, but just this might have been his first track. I think he could improve on certain aspects, but it's another wide open track, kind of like Cycle Ranch, where you're just continuously wide open, and not really much to it per se. So that's why I have it in D tier. I think Kelton would approve or agree with that. So yeah. Lockdown Pro. Man, I might get heat for this too, chat. Might get heat for this. But it's going to D tier. It's going to D tier. Now, if we wanted to just say the image, the imagery? No, what's the right word? The background of the track, it would be an S tier. Okay. The background of this track is made for videos. You cannot tell me otherwise. It's fantastic. The mountains, the sky, everything is fantastic. Track wise, it's a D tier. Because I can't do it and I suck at it. And that's why I put it at a D tier. Not that it's not a good track. I just suck at it. And that's why I put it at D tier. Now, if we wanted to say, bring it up to C tier, just because of, like I say, the imagery is amazing, or the background's amazing, and then the writing is not, we could put it to a C tier. So,
No, the background doesn't say,
but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I agree. I just don't think I'll ever come back to it unless we're doing a video for the background.
that is
My
true.
opinion.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lockup.
Yep. We'll leave it to D, but we
lockdown.
might bring it up to C, chat. We might bring it up to C. Okay. How do I pronounce this? Man, it's an Australian one, I believe, right? Man Jim Up. That's just 3 words put together.
Yeah, it's got to be like Man Jim Up.
Man Jim Up.
Maybe.
I thought it was an alright track. I think it's similar to Atlantis. Yeah, I know he updated it a little bit, but I just don't see us ever coming back to it or racing it right now. I thought it was a good idea to bring those tracks over from I believe it's an Australian track, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the first one too.
Yeah, so it's a really cool idea bringing over the Australian tracks. I know they're trying to do other tracks coming, like Nava's bringing over Washington tracks, Washington State in the U.S. I think the idea is awesome. But me personally, I didn't gel with the track. I didn't find anything like, oh my god, this is awesome, I gotta keep doing this. Now, that doesn't mean that other people won't. Just my opinion, like I said. But I have it as a D tier. Mini Top. Now, I think we have to come back to this track and ride it a couple more times. Because I think this track could be great. I think it could be like a Fiddler track or like a Carlos Barbosa track where like we'll come back to it, we'll race it. I think we had like some issues with it. Did we have like an issue of like the timing gate not working when we played it?
Yeah, it got updated a few times. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like when we first played it, chat, like the timing was messed up, so we didn't really like gel with it. But if the timing has been updated, we got to go back to it. We got to find our flow with it and see what we could do. Because I think it could be a track where we come back to it on a regular basis and play it as well. I thought the track layout was fun. They had a bunch of like insane jumps that like super technical in the 250. The flow was nice of it. It wasn't too wide open. It was kind of technical in situations. So I really like the track. If we can fix that timing gate, which they already did, I'm assuming based on my information I'm hearing, I think it could be a good rotation track. One thing I do like about this track is the start goes down into a downhill right. I
Yep.
really like that because you can block everybody out if you want to take out everybody in the start. And I did that once. It was great. I'm pretty sure they were upset, but it was awesome. So, okay, Monster Mountain. We played this a bunch, but I don't know. I think it might be a D tier as well. You remember playing that, Elwood?
Nah, I've got the website open so I can refresh myself though.
I don't know if we'll ever come back to it. I know me and Kelton played it a lot, like for that one night. I think we played it back-to-back nights. I think Elwood was with us on one of them. And I think Echo might have been with us on one of them. But it's just one of those tracks that wide open in certain areas, not very technical, but I did enjoy. I think the racing, with it being wide open, the racing is more spread out and it's not fun racing by yourself. It's always fun to have a battle. I just don't think this track is close enough speed-wise for everybody to be close enough to battle, per se. Not saying the track wasn't good or anything like that. I think it's just a little bit too wide open for my liking in the essence of battling and making content. But that being said, I think it falls with the other tracks. So, yeah. I think we rode that like 2 months ago. Yeah, in August. Yep. Great track. Just, I don't think it will be in our rotation. Now, this one, Moto Dorma Ari Justino, I enjoy personally. I enjoy it personally, kind of like Carlos Barbosa and Bogbana. I pronounced that one incorrectly. I wish there was like an easier way to say that, but I enjoy it personally. I think the track layout was fun. It's very technical in certain spots. Like these S turns are really cool. 3 different lines, 3 different ways to go through them. You can battle throughout the whole track, which is cool because it's not open, kind of technical and a little bit tight in certain spots. So I really enjoy that track. But I put it also with like a Carlos because I also enjoy Carlos, and I think Carlos also has some good racing. So both of those tracks are good. Now Muppet Land, putting up there with A. I enjoy Muppet Land. I enjoy the Supercross tracks. I enjoy the freestyle section. I enjoy the motocross track. I think it's just an overall awesome track. Great racing, great freestyle, great Supercross. I really enjoy the sand section. Very technical sand section, but I really enjoy it. So I put it up in A. I think it's going to be one of our rotations. I know it's played a lot. We don't play it in our circle right now that much, but I do enjoy racing it if we had a bunch of people doing it. So I enjoy that track. I think the layout, the background, everything on this track is like done very, very well. And it's definitely one that will stay around for a while. MXBC Compound, putting it at D. Kind of like all the similar things with like Ride 365, like Elsinore, Manjimup. How do you pronounce that? Manjimup?
Yeah, sounds about right. Maybe.
Manjimup. And Monster. I just don't. I think the track was cool. I think the track was flowy. I just don't think we'll ever come back to it. We might go back to it, but to be honest, I had to look this track up twice because I didn't even remember doing it, and I somehow have it in my thing. So I think that means it's, as Doug would say, kind of forgettable. So, but yeah, I thought the track, after looking at it, I thought the track was, like from remembering it, I thought the track was cool. But just like I said, didn't stand out like, oh my God, I got to go play this again, you know? But that being said, I put it with the other ones. Now we get into some crazy technical ones. We get into Russia, and we get into Netherlands. Now, hear me out. I'm putting these in S tier. There's two different reasons. I'm coming up with this on the spot. I don't even know what my reasons are yet, but I'm saying there's two different reasons they're in S tier. One is they're extremely well made. Extremely well made. Both of these tracks are absolutely insane when it comes to the design, how you created it, everything. Like insane. JV did an amazing job on these tracks. Also, what separates them, they're super technical. Super technical, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy technical tracks. Yes, they're harder, but I enjoy them more because it means more when you do good. So I think JV did a wonderful job on both of these tracks. We have a video on Russia. We don't have a video on the Netherlands because I suck at it, but I still really enjoy the shit out of it. So I think those are S tier. Those are tip of the like crop, like right there. Like this is what you got to strive for on every track. Now, that's not saying that I don't enjoy Horn Rapids more than those, because I really enjoy Horn Rapids. You know what I'm saying? So, but those tracks are S tier to me. MXMC. Here's another one that I don't really remember. Like, we're going to have to go back to this one. I don't really remember it. It's made by TFC. But I don't really... And I know TFC does a fantastic job on his tracks. But I don't remember it. And I think that's why I'm putting it in D tier right now. Like I said earlier, one of these tracks, it could go up to a C tier or a B tier if we rode it more. So we definitely got to put that in our rotation and just see if we enjoy it more, because I don't honestly remember it. So I'm going to put that in our rotation this week and see what we can do with it, because I definitely want to maybe try this out more. But like I said, I don't remember the track completely. So Race Tech Complex. Man, people are going to hate me for this. Now, we'll put it up to it. We'll put it up to a C. Same person, Endo. He created Wildside, Ride 365, and Race Tech. I think Race Tech was a very, very, like, I think they're all similar. I think they're all similar in the essence of, like, I personally don't enjoy them as much as the other tracks, but they're not, like, they're so extremely well done from, like, transferring them over from Sim to MX, that I think Race Tech is probably, in my opinion, the best one out of the three right now. Thinking that doesn't mean that if we don't do 365 and Wildside more, that they change. But I think I would go back to Race Tech first before I go back to the other two. Unless I'm doing the freestyle on the Wildside, because I think the Wildside freestyle is pretty lit. But I would do that. If I want to say Wildside freestyle, I would put this up to C. Because the freestyle in that is actually really cool, what he does. But I would go back to Race Tech before I would go back to Wildside. And then I would choose Wildside over Race Tech for the freestyle, per se. But I'm going to put him in C. Okay, San Luis. I enjoy this track. I thought it was pretty technical, and I really enjoyed it. One thing I didn't like about it was, I think it's right before the finish or maybe right after the finish, there's a right-hand turn going up the uphill of the start, and I died every single lap. If that could have been fixed a tiny bit better, I think the track would have been, just that tiny bit would have put it up a little bit higher for me. But that certain spot was just, like, just put a downer on me because I crashed every single time. But I still do enjoy this track. I thought it was very technical, very, very rough. I think he did a great job on the deformation. So we'll definitely have that in our rotation. Probably not played as much, but I really do enjoy the track. Santa, how do you pronounce this one? Sanaduva. Sanaduva.
Yep, sounds pretty right.
So this track was actually pretty fun. But if I remember correctly, it's very, very short, right? This one was very, very short, right?
I wish I.
Like, I'm trying to remember because I think it is the one I'm thinking of. And if it is, then we played it for like 45 minutes. And I think, if I remember correctly, I did enjoy this one. Yeah, like a minute. Okay, so I did enjoy this one. It was quick. The racing was fun because the track isn't wide open, so it's very complex. Kind of similar to the Motodorma. It's like very technical, not technical, but very like tight in the essence
Yeah,
of the
yep.
laps are only like a minute long. And like the racing was like nice and quick as well as very, very like, let's say passable. Like you can take someone out, but then still have speed for the next jump, stuff like that. So I really do enjoy that track. Very, very quick. Like it's only a minute lap time. So if we do that track again, we got to bump up the laps. But yeah. Here's another track that I don't even remember having this downloaded. The UGMX.
Yeah, I can't really remember that one either.
I have no idea what this track is. This one's also a 5 open track. Okay, yeah. Like I don't even remember doing it, but I have it downloaded. But yeah. Okay. Yo, Kellen's gonna hate me for this right now. He's gonna hate me. But this track right here, I can't pronounce it. Huh?
Mokva.
Mokva. Hear me out. We did this track the other night, and I just posted a video on it today. Okay, just posted a video on it today.
Hey, that was a great one.
The racing on this track is phenomenal. You might not like think that it's phenomenal like when you ride it, but oh my god, I had a battle with fucking Elwood for 2 laps. It doesn't normally happen.
It's got good ruts. It's not too.
It's got good ruts. It's not too bumpy.
Lines.
Different lines. I really enjoy this track. Kind of similar to where is it? It's kind of similar to this one right here. I can't pronounce that. I don't even want. I want to keep trying. I'm gonna call it BUM. I'm not calling it bum. Never mind. I'm calling it BU. I'm calling it BU. So I'm calling this track BU from now on. Okay. It's kind of very, very similar to BU in the essence of like, it's raceable, it's fun, but I enjoy this one, Mokva, more than I enjoy the other ones. I don't know why. Maybe because I not won the race, but battle with Elwood was insane. And it was just fun to race and battle. And it could just be me thinking of the video that I just posted. It could. I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. Now we got 2 left. We got 2 left here. We got Zion Bank and Yumpy Jumpy. Now, man, I might get flack for this as well. Might get flack for this. But I'm doing it this. I'm going Yumpy Jumpy, Zion Bank. Okay, now hear me out. Yumpy Jumpy, I think the fucking finish line jump is insane. It made for great videos. Made for wonderful videos. Wonderful videos. Made for wonderful shorts. I didn't gel with the track. I didn't really like the track that much, but I thought the free ride aspect of Yumpy Jumpy was amazing. And I thought it made for a great fucking time, and it made for great replays, and made for great whips. It made for a great time. On the other side, Zion Bank, I thought, I didn't get the snippet of the image, but I thought the Zion Bank National made for good racing. It was fun. Different line options, different jumps, different everything. And I really enjoyed Zion Bank. more than I did Yumpy Jumpy in the aspect of racing. That's my opinion, Kelton.
I
But
like Zion. I think Zion's good. I think it got
I
looked
think it
over.
is. So, with that being said, I think Zion Bank is a better racing track than Yumpy Jumpy, and that's why I'm putting it in B compared to Yumpy Jumpy's C. And yeah. Now, with all that being said, I think all of these tracks, besides the ones that I don't remember riding, like the UGMX and then the MXBC, or no, the MXMC, I think are all fabulous tracks. Everybody did a wonderful job on them. This is just my opinion on based on how much we ride them, how much I like them, and stuff like that. Not meaning any of these tracks are not good. Not meaning any of these tracks are not fabulous, right? So, with that being said, this is my tier list. We got the Russia and we got Netherlands in S tier. We got Navos track Horn Rapids, my favorite as of this moment. My favorite as of this fucking moment in A tier. We got Muppet Land in A tier. We got Area 51, Back Hill, Bailey, Makva, and Zion in B tier. And we got a crazy C tier where Kelton probably hates my guts. With BU, I'm not calling it bum. It's BU, Carlos, Fossil Bulls, Fiddler, Min Top. I wanted to say a Mini Top, but it's Min Top.
Yep.
Motodorma, Race Tech, Wildside, San Luis, Sanaduva, and Yumpy Jumpy. And then D tiers, we have Atlantis, Cycle, Ride 365, Lake Elsinore, Lockdown Pro, Mongium. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm fucking stupid. Monster Mountain, MXBC, MXMC, and UGMX. That is currently my tier list. And like I said, all these tracks are great. My opinion. Might get some heat from it. Let's have a discussion. Where would you guys do it? I want to put a link of this in the description. So be on the lookout for that. Make you guys a tier list. Put it in our Discord and go from there. So be on the lookout for this. And yeah. Definitely going to get some heat for this. Yeah, I already got heat in the chat. So shit. Hey, what's a little controversy? All right.